Hello, everybody. So I'm doing a recorded version of the full moon read. It's Tuesday now, so uh, it's a little bit late, but for the full moon, definitely not. It's a super moon, which normally will feel a moon 4 days before and 4 days after, but with this super moon being, and it's quite intense, the energies are definitely flowing in. Um, it could kind of cover a bit of the week. So I just wanted to get a energy read on it, even though we've just done the weekly energy read. But I'm just going to kind of gear this towards a little bit more information about the full moon and that kind of thing and what we're working on. So yeah, just looking at there's been lots of solar flares through the night again, pretty strong ones. I just feel like, and what I'm hearing, looking at different things is it's just a time where it's a little bit magical. We can use some of that magical energy um, that we're starting to discover that we have the ability to use. Um, and it's just kind of like as those energies coming in, learning how to work with them. So kind of exciting times, and it's really interesting. And I'm working on some, you know, usually new moons is when you want to work on new things, but in the last little while they feel like they've flipped a bit. So it wasn't so much about letting go of things last night with that full moon. If you did that work, that's perfect. Um, it's kind of like a dual thing. We need to be doing both on both moons. Um, but this, as we're just gearing up this energy heading into this uh, solstice next week, so you can feel that energy building already. And I kind of will just keep, working on that stuff like holding space Sunday. Um, just things I'm personally working on is a couple of quotes that came to me is let love light the way, which is kind of what we've been doing with sitting in our heart chakra and then amplifying that energy and getting it up and running. Um, and then imagining the possibilities or scenarios of everything going right. Right? Again, we've talked about this before, where it's just like always imagine everything going wrong. We never imagine everything going right. So, what that looks like. Um, So let's take a couple cards here and see what the overall theme of this moon is. Okay, we got this in, actually, we got both of these in the readings for the week. So Pleiadian energy, still very activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens and resolution, and the stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, and manifestation vortex. Yeah, I've also been saying a lot about this manifestation piece. It's pretty big right now, um, which is that thing like imagine the possibility of everything going right. That's sort of like this. It's trying to key us off. We've got to be better at this manifestation thing. Because yeah, I've noticed the minute I get into like for me, it's lack. It's always about finance and things like that. And the minute I start like, well, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to do that? It just continues down that path, and little things keep coming in that, like the engine light came out on our car last night, or well, the night before. And so, I've had to do all these things and call around. And the funny part is that it was like a trip up, and I did my very best not to flip out like I normally would. And I was just like, okay, we're going to do this. It's going to be fine. We'll see what it is. We'll hope for the best. Um, and then, yeah, last night it turned itself off. And then I got another notice from our car company that it's a recall. So it's going to be fixed. It's just that, and it's not going to cost me anything, just my time. And it cost me a little bit of time for work. But, you know, I think by not freaking myself out, it wasn't worst case scenario. So, yeah, just working with that energy, that's what this moon is feeling about is like we have this gift to manifest and to be more magical and that sort of thing. We just have to start learning to put these into practice. And that's what I was saying at the beginning of this video. So again, the moon, yeah, it was last night. So you didn't miss anything though, right? You've got actually, I would say like 4 days on either side. Um, Probably closer to 8 days on either side, which will take us right up to solstice. So keep working on manifesting even the smallest things, and even the smallest, like, not just physical things, but starting to manifest emotion. So um, this or something better is always a good way to say it. Like, when we're claiming to the universe, when we're complaining, it's like, why is this happening to me? Those sorts of things, we do end up getting more of that. So it's just changing our vernacular a bit to say, okay, I need, this is what I need. And even if it's just emotion, I need more love, more joy, more peace in my life. That or something better. Thank you. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So that seems to be the energy of this moon. So, and you've got lots of time to put it into practice because, um, yeah, we'll keep working on that. Uh, you do your own work up till Sunday. We'll work on that Sunday night a little bit, and then we'll look at what's going to happen for solstice. I just haven't picked which day I'm going to be up and running for that. So let's take a look at the other cards that I usually do for the full moon. So I usually draw 3 of each from these decks, from the Moonology deck, from the Hidden Realms. It looks like a dark deck, but it's often got very interesting light aspects to it. And then we'll just keep up with, I call these the action cards. Um, it's Moonology deck still, but it's the manifestation deck. So, and we'll just keep working that magic. All right, let's see. I'll do 3 of these to start, and then I just wondered if there's anything else I want to say. No. Again, we're still in that process of more joy, more play, working our magic, really being careful about what we're manifesting into our lives. Um, yeah, and then it's kind of, there's also a cool event coming up on the 24th in the sky. Um, there's Mercury, Venus, the Moon, Jupiter, and Saturn uh, all lining up. So they'll probably create almost a little bit of an arc in the sky. I never hold my hopes out because often when I want to see something, we get like a lot of cloud. So not worried about seeing it, but in the past, in summers, when when 4 of these planets have lined up, um, there's been it does. There's sometimes Earth changes. There's sometimes earthquakes and lightning storms and things like that. Um, but at the same time, it just everything seems to be like lining up for for more positive reasons this time. So okay, so this moon, so far this is interesting. Okay, a new romantic cycle begins. So obviously that's not going to apply to everybody. Um, what I'm really like, what's just instantly pinging is if you're not in in that romantic realm right now, I think this is just about self-love, falling in love with ourselves, treating ourselves with the highest and utmost respect, and going on adventures with ourselves about into this deep diving into this energy and seeing where it takes us. It's new, it's fun, it's exciting. It's like love. It is love. Um, and then the next card is don't let your past, hold you back. So yeah, again, there instead of deep diving into the past and doing the dark night of the soul, we can spend some of this time energetically. It doesn't mean we're not going to go back there and have to deal with a couple other things as we progress. But what it does mean is I think we're just being given a bit of a pass. And that's the total Sagittarian thing. It's like, go out and have fun, go out and seek answers, do it as like joyfully as you can. Um, and just, yeah, have fun with it and just don't delve into that. Well, I can't do that because I've never been able to, or the past, again, stop letting the past hold you up. And we need to just start looking at what the future looks like. And if we can't really get a good vision of the future, the key for this period is just to be present. Keep staying in the present moment. Don't go forward, don't go back in your mind, like creating scenarios or running over scenarios. Just, again, sit in that heart space, be in the present moment, and feel the present energy. That's the best place for us right now. And then communication is key, is our other one. So we are still in Gemini season, right? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's just about, I think that one's just saying, make sure you're listening to everything. Um, with a good deal of discernment. So when we talk about like third eye opening and that kind of thing, which is part of where we're getting our magic from, is our intuition, and that's all third eye. Um, but I think what's really coming online for us is the ability to discern what we're hearing and listening to. So if, when information is coming in, we're able to take it in and be like, whoa, that's a whole load of BS, or okay, no, that resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, then we're having an easier time of just letting that go. So, like don't it's not sitting there going, why is this coming to me? Not everything coming at you is for you. There might be a small piece of information in there you do need to know. So it's just part of exercising this third eye ability is being able to see, but to see the truth, to see and be able to discern what is resonating with you and what isn't. So that's that part. Let's take a look at the hidden realms and see what energies we've got working there for this moon. Yeah, I mean, really, when you look at it, it's just a lot about bumping up this energy, back to the self-love, self-care, um, watching what we're thinking for manifestation purposes. And ooh, we got 4 cards there. And yeah, and just really being in the present moment. Oh, okay. So yeah, we also got the word Lord, which is communication, praise, and dishonesty. So that's right back to just what I was saying about discernment. So as the world's going through its own thing right now, as we can all attest to. And so sometimes we just have to kind of sit back a little bit and as all these truths or not truths or whatever they are coming out, we really have to sit with it and see how it sits with us. So yeah, communication. This definitely, it's interesting because it came up communication twice. So I don't feel like we're supposed to be out like contacting people, although that did come up in the read for the week about getting birds of a feather, coming back to more like-minded people. So it might just be, if you're hearing a lot of stuff and you're like, this just sounds like a whole lot of hooey, like what is this? Um, Start to communicate with the people that might resonate in the same way. And so that we can start to have a dialogue and a conversation about um, what's going on and how we really feel about it. So, yeah, but don't, like communication, make sure it's good communication, I think, right now. Don't don't get into fights on the internet. Don't fight with your friends over things. Like that would be better. Okay. We also got the Swan Queen, which is transformation, intuition, and patience. Yeah, just like I said, we are in a period of transformation right now. Your intuition is coming online, and just be patient with it. Don't try to rush it. Stay in the present moment as much as you can. Um, the Fire Prince, which is optimism and aggression. I know they're kind of like sometimes. I always just read the word that's like needed for the reading. So this is just optimism, but it's also like a little bit of like stoke that fire up a little bit. Don't be aggressive. I'm not saying go out and be aggressive, but be aggressive in your pursuit of the things you want to see and feel and do. Yeah. And then, yeah, this is leading us up to the solstice. So the altar priestess, which is preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual. So, yeah, Sunday we'll start to put some more practices into place if you want to, get yourself more open and intuitive and in a good space for the solstice. It's looking like it's going to be quite. It's normally quite a big gateway or portal that we don't always pay attention to. We just kind of, you know, some of us do. Some of it's really important too. Um, but this one looks like it's going to be super important, and two just fell out. Another one here. Yeah, it's just going to be more opportunity to sift through everything that's going on. Okay, so our action cards, as I like to call them, is breathe through the tension. Again, as we're doing this work, that's right, I just put, where did I put them? That's really weird. They just disappeared on me. Uh-oh. Okay, I think it's these top two. We'll just see how this goes. That was funny. I thought I flipped them all the right way and then I flipped them down. So I don't know what the other two were. Breathe through the tension. So if you, as you do this work and as things are coming up, again, returning to heart center, taking deep breaths, and really begin to breathe, do some breath work, and just, um, help yourself ease yourself through it. So, again, we've got, oh my God, hilarious. Full moon in Sagittarius, which is what we just had. See the bigger picture. Um, I always say that I like these people. He's sitting there. Oh, that's interesting. He's got a bow and arrow, which would be the Sagittarius part. But yeah, it's like look at everything before you take aim and shoot that arrow. Like, and that, I'm not saying you're shooting something, but it's like it might be the goal or the aim of where you're headed, but take a bigger picture look first. That's so funny that we drew that card. It is the card of this moon. So yeah, and that's seeing the bigger picture of where we're headed and what's going on in your life. And again, we've been on this push to get our plan in place, our spiritual plan, not our career, not our family plan, what's happening in the world, none of that. This is all where do we want to be sitting spiritually. I'm gonna read these next two cards, but I still, yeah, okay. Um, Release control. I think this is just part of like as these gifts come in, we we try to like um like just describe everything and have it all in a box in its place and like okay, well this is a new ability for me. So, we do a lot of like thinking around stuff and it's like just let the stuff come in and release control. Yeah, it's just give it up to the higher power right now and just see what's coming in. Um, and also for the moon, be real. Aquarius, though, this is about the Aquarius energy. So if we look at Aquarius on paper, like as the age that we're heading into, it is considered to what's going to be a golden age. This is also what I'm hearing about the portal of solstice is that there's sort of two, I don't want to call them timelines, but they've kind of been running parallel. And now we're like fully starting to head into this golden age, which is completely different from this timeline we're currently on. So as that, as we walk through that portal, it might be a bit jarring. Um, but just yeah, be honest, be real, and just understand that Aquarius is this, like it is the song the age of Aquarius. If you look up those lyrics, it's harmony and understanding. And I think a lot of times we think that's very airy fairy and very impossible, but I think this is asking us to just understand that that is real, that is where we're headed. And it looks a lot like this landscape, right? It's not this like weird, uh, different world where everything's a different color and golden rainbows and unicorns and all of that. It's back to nature, and it's being real with yourself and about who you want to be and the kind of emotion and feeling and life that we want to have in this Aquarian age, right? And the last card is, which is a good way to end this video, is trust that all will be well. This is a good thing to uh, add to your heart meditation of, and breathing and calming yourself down when things are getting a little too intense. All is well in my world. All is well in my world, right? Let love light the way. That's going to be my new mantra, I think. Let love light the way. And then imagine the possibility of everything going right. Trust all will be fine. And that's my new moon, or new moon. It's not the new moon. I just blew that, but I'm not re-recording this because it's already done. That is my recording for the Sagittarian full moon that just happened. And yeah, it's a super moon, so you've got a few days to work with this energy. We'll get together on Sunday for Holding Space Sundays, and we will just continue on this path of what we're working on and what it looks like for us as we head into solstice, so we can manage and work this energy together. Just remember, we're not alone in this. We're all going through it. It is an individual job at sometimes, but we can come together and work together and harmonize together and create together. Have a good one. I love you guys. Take care.